Good morning everyone, this is George Bayruthi giving you the overnight report for Thursday the 30th of October. FS Securities is a stockbroking firm. We are located on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. A bit more about the company later in this presentation. Now to the disclaimer. Everything I say here is for general advice and general information only. And before you take any action, please consult with your professional advisor or talk to us directly. A copy of this disclaimer is available to you should you wish to receive it. We are one phone call away. Today we continue with our editorial stroke education. We cover the moving average. This is part 2. We finished prior to that another indicator 2 days ago where we talked about the stochastics and the Bollinger Bands. We cover a lot of areas that may be of interest to you. And prior to that we had a 13-part series on options, everything that you needed to know about how to start trading options. And we covered the iron ore strategy, which is a strategy that we use here extensively here at FS Securities. And prior to that we covered a large series on futures contract. So should you wish to peruse through them or listen to them or hear them or watch them, all you have to do is go to the website, and if you're not a member already, why don't you subscribe on a 15-day free trial and see everything we put in there, from our daily recommendations, our tutorials, the daily scans, current and previous trading results, and a lot more information. Alright, we start with the data overnight. Well, we've seen on Wall Street the market was little changed. Actually, earlier in the day the market was down quite a bit. However, it recovered in the last couple of hours and finished almost unchanged, with just a drop of about 0.2% for the Dow and 0.14% on the S&P 500. That was on the back of the Federal Reserve indicating that they've placed a commitment to keep interest rate low for a considerable time. They've used that term considerable time quite extensively in the last couple of meetings. And there was also a report that the labour market conditions improved somewhat further, and a range of indicators suggesting that underutilization of labour resources is gradually diminishing. So it looks like the US market, or I should say the US economy, is moving upward gradually but modestly, but at least it's on the right direction. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, I mentioned, dropped 0.2%, and that was below the 17,000 psychological level. And the S&P 500 finished at 1,982. We still believe that the 2,000 level for the S&P 500 will be broken within the next few weeks. In Europe, the Stoxx 50 index, that comprises several European major markets, fell by 0.5%. In London, the FTSE 100 index rose by 0.8%. In Japan, the Nikkei index was up by 1.5%. And in China, the Shanghai index was up by 1.4%. On the commodities, gold a short time ago was trading at 1,211, that's US per ounce, down $17 from this time yesterday. I need to mention that the US dollar was pretty strong yesterday following the message from the Federal Reserve. Okay, well, the Australian dollar now will give you 87.9 US cents, 95.7 Japanese yen, 69.6 euro cents, and 54.9 euro cents. And these, of course, are intra-banks rate. On our market yesterday, the benchmark ASX 200 index eased 5 points to 5,448. Weakness amongst the big banks negated an early resources-led bounce. The best performers amongst the leaders, Newcrest Mines up nearly 2.2%, followed by Leighton Holdings up 1.5%. The worst performers were actually Westpac down 2.1%, followed by ANZ down 1.4%. Amongst the sectors, the best sector of course was gold due to Newcrest mine increasing by 2%, and the worst sector was property. Local shares are poised to open lower on the back of the Federal Reserve positions. The SPAR futures contract was showing down 11 points. That's a short time ago, indicating flat to negative opening in less than an hour. On the announcements that may affect our market today, firstly we need to mention that NAB, National Australia Bank, will release its results this morning, and that can have a major effect on the market, or at least the financial sector. We also have the new home sales here in Australia, as well as our national accounts, export and import prices, and in the United States tonight we're going to get their GDP figures. That is their GDP quarter on quarter. That's at 10:30 p.m. our time. Alright, we like to mention also to you that during the week our analyst here at FS Securities places several stocks for picks and trades, and what you see on the screen is only a summary of the positions. A more detailed information is placed on the website under our picks and trades menus. Again, if you wish to discuss any of these stocks, we are a one phone call away. Every day we update the market volume to show the trend over the last 3 weeks. We also like to show the ratio of advances to declines. It really shows the strength of the momentum and how the buyers and the sellers interact. I believe this is one of many ways to understand the trend of the market. Again, this chart is available on our market report that we send to our subscribers and we place on the website. Yesterday, in comparison to the day before, we have seen a slight improvement in the volume. We finished with 1.9 billion shares traded yesterday, from which 41% of the stocks actually advanced versus 35% declines and 24% unchanged. I believe that this is a reasonable way to understand the momentum, how the buyers and the sellers interact. We also like to give you a snapshot about the top 10 companies amongst the top 200 that moved up, as well as the 10 companies that were down. Domino Pizzas, after showing brilliant results over the last 3-4 weeks with climbing day after day, yesterday it gave 6% of its return back into the market. And BC Iron, because of the iron ore prices, were down by 3%. Lynas, again struggling with their funding system, it's down 2.9%. And I mentioned the banks. Westpac was down by 2%. On the positive side, we've had some very good result from JB Hi-Fi. It was up by 9% yesterday. And you can see the rest of the list all the way. Retail food, which actually bought Gloria Jeans recently, continues to improve by 4%. Again, if you wish to discuss any of these companies, all you have to do is call the office. Finally, we talked to you about the sectors. I mentioned that the best sector was actually gold, which was up by 1.7%, followed by metal and mining, up 1.5%, and the worst sector was property, down 1%. Alright, we move on and tell you who I am. My name is George Beiruthi, and I am the director here at FS Securities. As you can see, I have many years of trading and investment experience and several qualifications to support what I offer my clients. My ambition today is to help our clients and prospective clients to become effective investors and traders. Here we are, we're a stockbroking firm here in Queensland. We're fully licensed. We trade shares, options, commodities, CFDs and foreign exchange, and offer our clients a very attractive investment at 7% interest over 1 year and the interest is paid monthly. Or you can go for 3 years and the interest is 9% per annum over the 3 years, and the interest is paid again monthly. We are also financial planners and cater for all your financial needs. We have here a very selected team, very well qualified, all have got various degrees from different universities, and of course that puts strength to our analytical abilities. Alright, how to reach us? You can call us on our landline 61 for Australia, 7 for Queensland, 5630-4141. That's our landline. Alternatively, you can call my mobile. I am available to be reached 7 days a week. Or you can write to me at george@fssecurities.com.au, or you can actually visit our website. And once again, if you're not a member, why don't you today register for the 15-day free trial, and you can surf right through the website and see all our editorials, all our webinars, the charts, and a lot more informations. We have also our daily scans, daily recommendations, and we show you also our current positions and our current results. So that's all from us here at FS Securities. Remember to trade safely and wisely. We will be back at 1:15 this afternoon Queensland time to tell you what happened during the morning on the market, and of course this will be recorded and placed on the website. Have a fantastic day.